What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BBC Racing Academy. My name is Peyton Burton, and first and foremost, before I get into what today's video is about, just to give a little heads up or just a little apology for not being active on the channel. Last video I recorded was about 3 months ago. Maybe not that long, maybe a couple months ago. It's been a while. I just had a lot, basically on my plate over these last couple of months. I've started taking over the big blocks, building setups for them for our website on whiteknucklesetupshop.com. I also had the gobbler that I was preparing for. Went over about close to 2K. Actually, it was about over 2,000 laps I went preparing for that event. Um, had a bunch of league races, trying to grind some officials out. So I really haven't had too much time to really like prepare or get a video planned out. But now that I've kind of, I really don't have anything up my sleeve for the next like couple of months. Not until at least Pole starts or in the spring. I do got a money race coming up here soon on December 22nd, the third annual WK What Knuckle Setup Shop Holly Jolly race. I will be attending that, but other than that, I don't really have anything planned besides grind officials and get big buck setups built and for the website. So I'll be starting doing more videos here soon, hopefully. But today's video is going to be how to be aggressive or when to be aggressive in a longer race. Now, this video is from 2 days ago. I'm recording this on a Saturday morning. This is from a Thursday's night race. It was a double header for the Thursday Night Throwdown league that I've been participating in since October. It was the final two races of the season. I ended up winning the 30 lap race at Kokomo. And this is the finale, 75 laps at Cedar Lake, and I won them both. Those two wins clinched the championship for me by a good margin. I think I ended with like 490 points, and second place ended with like 391. So I won the points championship by close to over 90 to 100 points. I'm not sure what the how big of a margin I had on second place, but I knew it was a lot. It was a 10 race season. I ended up getting the most wins with four. My average finish was second, so I did really good job there. But this is a 75 lapper, the finale at Cedar Lake. I started, let me go back and rewind real quick. Let me go back to lap one. I started this race fifth. I qualified, I think, fifth, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I qualified fifth with a 9:55. Didn't get the best lap. The line I thought it was going to be ended up not being that, so I was ended up being close to under a tenth off of Tyson when he turned a triple eight there. Started in Heat 1, started third and finished in third. I was pressuring Kroeger for second. It was just too hard to get around him, and I didn't want to do anything stupid. Feature wise, like I said, I started fifth, and obviously I ended up winning this damn race by a good margin. I ended up winning by a 3.5 second lead. I had a big lead as 4.5 seconds at one point before I started getting lap traffic a little bit, and I decided to just slow myself down, not try to do anything stupid. My whole game plan, I clinched the points going into the finale here. Cedar Lake, the points championship was already locked up since I won the Kokomo race. So I decided I want to try something a little bit different than I normally would. Normally in these longer races, I like to try to be patient and just pick my moments and just really just slow myself down, not try to do anything stupid or anything crazy. This is the race I decided, and I told the broadcast, and I told everybody that I was going to be more aggressive, and just with not just aggressive in my driving style, but be aggressive with like my lane choice. Be aggressive with tire wear, see how much my tires wear off at the end of the race, see if I slow down at all. Which I'll get to that later in the video. I'll let you guys know where my tires were at. But overall, I feel like a lot of people in big races like this, longer races like 50 laps plus, they like to try to be aggressive, and that is fine, but you got to know when and what is the best time to be aggressive in a race. If you're starting 12th in a race, if you're starting back in the field and you're aggressive on lap 1 trying to get to the lead, that's not going to work out for you. You're probably going to end up causing a couple of wrecks and have a lot of people pissed off of you. You got to slow yourself down. You got to know when to be patient and when to be aggressive. And I think I did a pretty good job in this race. Now, to give a little heads up, it says 12 people started the feature. Mark was supposed to start second. He ended up missing the start, and he only got like 4 laps in before he decided to pull off. Josh and Wes both didn't grid up for this race, so there's only like really 9 people that really showed up for this race in the feature. That's a small field count. The reason I wanted to be aggressive is because I knew if this was a full field of cars, if this was like 24 starting good here, and I'm starting 5th, there ain't no chance in hell I'm being as aggressive as I was early on in this race. I would have been more patient, to slow myself down. I would have pick and choose like when it's time to go and when it's not time to go. And the biggest reason for that is if there's at least like 14 cars plus in your feature event for a longer race, doesn't matter where you start, whether you're starting first or you're starting dead last. Slow yourself down, be patient, because there's going to be a lot of cautions and you're going to have plenty of opportunities as long as you save enough tire to move up later on in the race especially with other people in front of you are trying to be more aggressive. Now, this wasn't the case. There's only really 9 cars that started this event. Very small field for this feature. I knew that with that right there, like I can be more aggressive because I knew there wasn't going to be that many cautions. And if I checked out to a huge lead, which I did, especially how the Cedar Lake is with the lines and the racing at this track goes, excuse me, I knew that I would get away with being more aggressive and I can just check out. And even if my tires did fall off, as long as they didn't get to 0, which I wasn't worried about that. I knew nobody would have any shot for me. Even if a caution came out late, I think I'd have still won this event. But let's go ahead and get into this review. I started out 5th, like I mentioned earlier. Kind of went on the bottom. Kroeger was right in front of me. He was getting kind of loose there. He hasn't really raced as much, or he doesn't really know what the setup's actually going to do, and what's especially how it's going to race early on. Right here is a perfect example of me like being aggressive. Normally, there ain't no chance in hell. Now John is a teammate of mine, but that teammate or not, there ain't no chance in hell I'm moving up in front of someone like I did here in like a normal, like official, or if I'm just like actually like being like dead serious and trying to like be patient. There ain't no way in hell I'm sliding up in front of him like I did right here. That was kind of a dickish move on my part, but luckily he let off, especially this early in the race. I mean, lap 2, and I'm already doing that. Luckily, it worked out in my favor. John, I don't know if he lifted or if I just broke his momentum or what happened there, but I knew I wanted to get to the top, so that's why I decided to pick my moment. And it's not like I went up there without a blind eye. Nobody has mirrors in this race, or mirrors was turned off, but I do. Anytime like the mirrors is turned off, I do look on my relative before I try to like do something, or before I like move up or try to move down. I always look at my relative to make sure I have enough of a gap to potentially make a move either up the track or down the track. And when I seen like it was like 0.3, and I was like, okay, that's enough. That's big enough of a gap to where I could fit my car up there, and it ended up working into my favor there. I got to the top like I wanted to, and now it's time to just get past Kroeger. I made quick work of him. It didn't really take me too long. I knew the top was going to be good. It wasn't as good early on like I was anticipating it was going to be, but if you know Cedar Lake, and it'll show later on in this race, Cedar Lake, if you race here enough, it doesn't matter what car, what division, what skill level. If the track is slick, the preferred line, basically the only line, is going to be top of 1 and 2 and sliding in 3 and 4. And that's what I basically did this entire race. See, there goes Mark pulling off because he knows he was going to get lapped. Appreciate him for doing that. He ended up finishing second in the points. Me and him had a good run there. He ended up getting 2 wins. Had a lot of fun racing with him. Hopefully we get to race with him here soon in the future. But I move up. I started running the top here. I started to chase down Tyson a little bit. Instead of running slider, like he's sliding all the way up to the wall, I was just kind of running the middle, trying to get a good drive, come off the corner, and just really being patient. You know, a part of like being aggressive, and you'll see it here in a little bit as we move forward towards this race. Is like, even though I'm being aggressive, like I'm trying to chase him down as quick as I possibly can, I'm barely on the throttle here, and I'm not trying to like kill the wall. I'm not trying to Bobby Pierce it. I'm not trying to wall tap every damn corner to try to get around him. I've already caught him. Now I'm gonna try a different lane here, see if the bottom's working. Maybe try in the middle here. Just try different lanes because I know eventually it's gonna go down to the top of 1 and 2 and slide on 3 and 4. But I already have a big enough gap here. You know, I'm already like a second ahead of John. Maybe not even that. Maybe like 7 to 8 tenths there. I got a big enough gap. I got Tyson to my sights here. I'm just trying different stuff out here and just trying to figure out a way to get around him and set him up for a pass. But yeah, I tapped the wall there, but I'm patient. You know, even though I'm being aggressive, trying to catch him, I'm still not going to go there and try to kill the damn wall like every lap, like a bunch of people would. There's no point. You can be cautiously aggressive, and that's fine. But we're going to go ahead and fast forward to about lap 20. I think we get a caution here very, very soon. Yeah, lap 20 we get a caution. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward to that point, and I'll catch back up with you guys here very soon. Fast forward to about lap 18. I've kind of, the top's definitely the place to be in 1 and 2. Tyson started to get a little bit of a gap on me there as I was trying some different stuff out, but like I mentioned earlier, you know, top of 1 and 2, sliding 3 and 4 is going to be the best line to run. And when it eventually went to the top, it was never going to go away from the top, and I immediately chased down Tyson. Now I'm trying to set him up for a pass, and this is where a caution comes down and it kind of breaks my momentum. Coming off that caution, I didn't really get a good start there, but like I said, I'm running the top 1 and 2, sliding 3 and 4. I'm just trying to set him up. Ugh, excuse me, I had a cough there. He starts to move up in my lane because I think he hears me running the top, or he knows like I'm doing something completely different than him, and I'm just way faster than him at this point. So he tries to run the top, kind of break my momentum off, which is a smart move on his part. That's where you need to be in this race. He hits the wall there. I thought for sure I pinched him into it, but I guess I didn't. Looking back on this now, he just smacked the wall way too hard, and just his whole quarter panels now, or his right rear quarter panel and left rear quarter panel is kind of bent, and you don't want that. Like mine's clean. Like I got a little crinkle on my left rear corner panel, but my right side is looking just fine, and that's because I'm not trying to kill the wall every damn lap, even though I am being aggressive. Fast forward a little bit to this second restart. This is actually the last caution of the event. I got a way better restart on this one, and I have a game plan coming into this on that restart. My game plan coming into this on that restart is I wanted to pressure Tyson as much as I possibly can. Not just so I can just pass him. Like it's still early in the race. I'm not necessarily trying to pass him per se. I'm just trying to pressure him into making a mistake and potentially just messing up in his entire race. Because with no mirrors, I don't know if he runs with a relative on, but he can damn sure knows like I'm right there on his ass for a good remainder of that race. And right here is where I decided to make a move. I go to throw a slider here in 1 and 2. I threw it a little bit too hard, got a little bit into the wall, and that kind of messed up my right rear there. But the reason I threw that slider is kind of what I've been talking about. I wanted to throw the slider because even though there's no mirrors, he knew I was right there on him. I threw this slider in 1 and 2, not to just pass him, not to just like try to take the lead. I threw that slider to make him nervous and just get his nerves like riled up. That's the only reason I did that. Now, if I had passed him and cleared him, then sure. Like I mean, obviously I'll take that any day. But I just wanted to do that just to, hey, I'm just as fast, maybe even faster than you. I'm gonna throw this slider on a 1 and 2 to let you know I'm there, and let's see if you can hold up, and let's see if you're patient enough to hit your marks and just really focus in? Or are you going to be nervous now and try to do stuff like out of character and try to like push your pace way too much just to get away from me? And that's kind of what I end up leading him into. Moving on to about lap 31 here. Tyson, like I mentioned, just gets in the wall way too hard, just overdriving the car. He's fast, but some stuff he's got to learn here. I actually threw a slider there and I did not want to. I just got way too close to those tires. I was also looking to my right to make sure I wasn't going to door him here. My plan originally here, I was just going to slide up to the middle, kind of like I did to Kroeger in the heat race. Just slide up there, you know, kind of push him up the track. And again, like, I'm not trying to pass him per se. I'm just trying to like make him nervous and just really make him like overdrive the car. And right here, I thought I got way too close to the tires. I didn't want to kill my left front like Robbie did in his heat race. So I gassed it way too hard, which I normally don't do. That's a mistake on my part, and I apologize to Tyson on this. Luckily, he did let off, and it didn't kill us both. I just slid up right in front of them, but luckily it didn't kill us. It didn't kill us at all. So he ended up sliding me back here in 1 and 2. So it didn't really hurt him as much as it could have. And I threw a lot better of a slider in 3 and 4 here, and this is when I finally cleared him. After I cleared him for the lead, it was pretty much all she wrote. The lines already went to the top and 1 and 2, sliding 3 and 4. And at this moment, this is when I checked out, and it was basically all she wrote at that point. Tyson hits the wall, trying to race too hard to get back to me there. And he eventually hits the wall way too many times and ends his night, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that that happened to him, but before that he was running a decent race. It's just when somebody's pressuring you from behind, whether you have mirrors on, whether you don't have mirrors on, you got to remember to just stay focused and just focus on hitting your marks. And who gives a shit if they're running inside, if they're running outside? Like, who gives a shit where they're running? Focus on what you're doing. Focus on hitting your marks. Don't get too sideways. Don't be too aggressive. Don't try to kill the wall down every lap, because that's not going to be fast. And just really focusing on what you're doing. And that's how you, like, prepare yourself for, like, these big, long races. Even just, like, 30-lap officials. Like, this is, everything I did in this 75-lapper is what I do in a 30-lap official race. It's like, I take these tools, like, everywhere I go, and, like, every single car. Sprint cars, big blocks, street stocks, late models, like, it doesn't matter. UMPs, I take these tools and I use them for every single division, for every single track, for every single car, like everything I do on the sim. I know I have a pretty good understanding of when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. And I think overall that's the reason like I'm as fast as I am. I'm not the fastest car out there most of the times. But the reason I'm always up front is because I prepare myself and I know when to not go. And I think that helps me in the long run. It's all about racecraft at the end of the day. It's all about knowing where the line's going to go, how the track's going to change throughout the night. You can take these tools and you can implement them in like your everyday like racing, officials, leagues, money races, don't matter, posted, then you'd be better off than what you're doing right now. Like, you'd be so much more consistent, and obviously you have a lot more fun because, trust me, I hate running in the back. I'm way too damn competitive to not be running in the front. I spend way too much time on the sim to not be good at it. So, if you prepare yourself in the right way, and you can understand, like, racecraft and just basically understand, like, you gotta stay focused no matter what you do, then you can do good things in the sim, and you'll have a lot more fun. But that's pretty much it. You know, you can fast forward a lot. You can just see it, like, I'm just checked out from the rest of the field. Now you can watch Robbie here. Like, I'm already, like, Robbie's just in 1 and 2, and I'm going, that's the pace car, excuse me. He's just in 1 and 2, and I'm already, like, halfway down the back stretch. Like, I got up to, like, a 4.5 second lead at one point, and but that's just, I mean, that's Cedar Lake for you, though. unfortunate. That's a kind of always has it. That's always how it's been. Once it gets slick, doesn't matter what car it is. It's gonna be top 1 and 2 and slide at 3 and 4. Maybe the middle will come in, but it's not likely. And it's so difficult to pass. Like, and that's what I think allowed me to get to like such a big lead. Just I knew when it was time to be aggressive. I knew it was time for me to like actually make a pass to get to the lead. And once I got to the lead, like I was just in no trouble. Like I checked out immediately, and that was all she wrote. But that's the end of the video. A little bit of a shorter video than like I normally anticipated, but I decided to do this on a whim. I didn't really prepare like any notes. Also, my voice kind of hurts right now. I haven't really done this in a while, so I gotta get back into the groove of things of like actually recording videos for you guys. But let me know what you want to see next. I got the big money race, the Holly Jolly race on December 22nd. I would like, if I have a good enough finish there, like if I can get like a top 3, damn sure I would love to win that thing, that's what I'm going to try to do. Maybe I can do a video on that, but I love doing these VOD reviews of myself, just giving you an insight like what I think about and like how to prepare yourself in these longer races. Hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Discord, or if you add me on Facebook, you can add me there and send me a message on Messenger. I'm always in White Knuckles Discord pretty much every single day. Pretty much the whole day. Early in the morning and late at night sometimes. I'm always doing races, always testing. Not to toot my own horn, but I am definitely one of the hardest workers on the team. I prepare myself. I know what to do in these like bigger races, and I'm always willing to help you guys get better. So feel free to message me. If you guys need a coaching session, feel free to also message me and go buy one at whiteknucklesetupshop.com. Other than that, let me know what you want to see next. I plan on doing some building videos here for sprint cars and big blocks. Just to give you like an understanding like what I go through when I'm building a setup. So feel free to add your questions in for that, or just basically your requests on what do you want to see for videos coming up soon. I plan on running a lot more and doing a lot more videos. But other than that, hope you guys have a good day or night, and I'll catch y'all next time. Later, guys.